Hello and a warm welcome. My name is Naber and I am from Austria, from Vienna. I am working as a psychologist in equine-assisted therapy at the Ray of Hope farm. In German we say Lichtblickhof. I'm not only working as a practitioner, we also try to approach equine-assisted therapy from a scientific point of view. That's why we did a study some time ago, and I want to tell you about our scientific project. The title is Because They Feel Your Heartbeat. Heart rate variability, and salivary cortisol as indicators of arousal and synchrony during EAT based on body language. Growing research interest is focusing on the human-horse interaction. The results show effects of human-horse interaction on improved biopsychosocial health. The regulation of stress plays a key role in health preservation. And social interaction also has a great impact on the cardiovascular system and therefore on the stress experience and in further consequence on health. The process of synchronization is important for airy interaction and can occur even across different species. All creatures prefer interaction with a high level of synchronization, which correlates with stress reduction. So, with this knowledge, we started a pilot project. The aim of our study was to analyze the interaction processes in equine-assisted therapy. Therefore, the physiological parameters of heart rate variability, and cortisol level have been analyzed. We did this before, during, and after a standardized therapy session, as well as in a control condition with a barrel horse. We did the measurements with the therapist, the therapy horse, and 10 female clients with an intellectual disability. As we heard before, synchronization plays a big role in social interaction, and therefore in our scientific project. Every creature strives for coherence and synchronization. These processes of interaction can occur not only within the same species, but also between animal and human. Synchronization and getting in the same rhythm as someone else is something very important for every interaction. Think about synchronized movements from two people dancing with each other. Or think about horses in front of a carriage. Their hooves clack in the same rhythm. Everyone strives to be in synchronization with each other. The interesting thing is, synchronization can even occur across species. We went to the Special Olympics 1 year ago, and we took photos of the warming up when our therapists guided the kids on the horses. And when we looked at the photos later, we noticed the high level of synchronization that occurred between our feet and the feet of the horses. But synchronization doesn't just focus on coordinating and tuning body movements. Synchronization also means the emotional transmission. It is more than mirroring the body language and emotional meanings. It lives on variability, on interruption, and on adaptation. Every social interaction has an effect on the cardiovascular activity. A general indicator for a stressor to the nervous system is a rising heart rate and a rising cortisol level. Furthermore, there is the heart rate variability. It shows the variability between two heartbeats. The more variable these periods are, the better is the ability of the organism to adapt to internal and external stimuli. High values of heart rate variability describe a higher adaptation of a person and is a predictor of a high well-being. All these parameters are regulated by the autonomic nervous system. but every person can have an influence on it. Changes in the own breathing influence the heart rate. This can be trained, for example with biofeedback methods, and horses can contribute to this. Heart rate variability training focuses on intentional breathing in the rhythm of the heart and getting a synchronization between heart rate and breathing. That's called respiratory sinus arrhythmia. For horses, breathing is something very important. In the herd, they communicate and interact with each other through body language and breathing. They have a lower heart rate and respiration rate than humans. So integrating the interaction partner horse in relaxation exercises can be very helpful for so many reasons. So after these theoretical ideas and inputs, I want to tell you something about our methods. We did our pilot study with a randomized, controlled, within-subject design with repeated measurements. Each client underwent 2 EAT sessions with the real horse and 2 control sessions with the same schedule, but where on-horse activities were carried out on a barrel horse. The standardized therapy session consisted of 5 parts. First, we measured a baseline. Then, there was a relaxation on the horse and respectively on the barrel horse. The next part of the session was solving a challenge, either riding an obstacle course with the horse or solving obstacles without the horse, but by themselves. The session ended with another relaxation and another baseline. The results showed a trend of stress reduction through horses. We looked at the changes in physiological parameters before equine assisted therapy, which is yellow here, and after the session in orange. We can see that there was a lower heart rate and cortisol level and a higher heart rate variability after the equine assisted therapy session, showing a trend of stress reduction. We also did a comparison of the horse session in yellow to the control session without the horse, but with the barrel horse in orange. There you can see the stress reduction through horses, in contrast to the sessions with the barrel horse. The heart rate was higher with the barrel horse in the control condition. And you can see the cortisol was lower with the horse, and the heart rate variability was higher with the horse, which shows that the integration of the horse can reduce the overall stress level in therapy. Next thing, we were looking at the heart rates of therapist, client and horse. When looking at the comparison of the heart rates during one specific session, you can see a lot of synchronization. The heart rate of all 3 participants, of the therapist, the client and the horse, increases and decreases nearly at the same time. You can see during the baseline everyone is relaxed, the heart rate is low. In the further course, there is a rising heart rate when getting on the horse. During the first relaxation exercise, the heart rates are lower again. Then, there is the challenging task with the obstacle course. The heart rate of everyone rises again during the challenge. But with the following relaxation, everyone calms down again. The heart rates decrease. Then you can see a small peak while dismounting from the horse, This is obviously a stressful situation, like the mounting of the horse in the beginning. And finally, there is relaxation and a decreased heart rate during the last baseline measurements. I want to show you the heart rate of another client with her therapist and her therapy horse during her session. There you can see a similar pattern of synchronization of the heart rates. For our study, we didn't just look at the pictures. We also looked at the synchronization of heart rates statistically. Unfortunately, there was no synchronization of heartbeats between client and horse. There was a small synchronization between child and therapist. The synchronization got bigger in the control condition without the horse. The biggest synchronization of heart rates occurred between therapist and horse. Well, that were not really the results we were expecting. So we took a closer look. Our therapist worked with 4 different horses. 2 horses of her own, to whom she has a very strong relationship, a strong friendship. And 2 more unfamiliar horses. She works with them sometimes, but there isn't that strong relationship. And behold, the synchronization got even stronger with the relationship horses. So, as a next step, we looked at our clients. Half of the clients had their session with their favorite horse, and the other half with an unfamiliar horse. And finally, there was a synchronization between the heartbeats of clients who worked and interacted with their favorite horse. Our results demonstrate potently the importance of relationship. It's the main factor for synchronization. These results are accompanied by many studies looking for factors proving the effectiveness of therapy. They all show the importance of relationship. This has a big impact on our daily practice. It's very important for our clients that they experience constant relationships in their EAT sessions, constant relationship with the therapist, as well as with the therapy horse. For the therapist, it's important to know the horse he or she works with and to have a relationship to the horse. This relationship serves as a role model for the client, and the client can make first relationship experience in watching the therapist and the horse. Our study was just the start for generating hypotheses and to start thinking about possible effects of synchronization in EAT. More scientific research is needed for more specific evidence. But I think it is a first step to see that in interaction with horses, people with ID feel more understood without the needs of word for communication. That there is a stress reduction through the interaction with horses, and that the relationship has a very strong impact on the therapeutic setting. Thank you very, very much for your attention. I'm very pleased having my presentation at this conference, and I really would appreciate if you would like to contact me for further questions and ideas about equines with science. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.